السلام عليكم ورحمة الله تعالى وبركاته.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهد الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. أما بعد، فإن أصدق الحديث كتاب الله وأحسن الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وشر الأمور محدثاتها وكل محدثة بدعة وكل بدعة ضلالة. All praise is due to Allah. There is no God but He. Whomsoever Allah misguides, whomsoever Allah guides, there can be no guide for him. And whomsoever Allah misguides due to his own intention, there can be no guidance for him. Verily, I bear witness that there is no divinity deserving of worship except Allah alone, and I bear witness that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam is his servant and messenger. May the peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, his pure family, his noble companions, and all those who follow them with righteousness until the day of judgment. Verily, the most truthful speech is the book of Allah, and the best guidance and way of life is the guidance of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Before starting the khutbah, I would like to invite the brothers who are outside in the multi-purpose area to come and fill the gaps that are inside the musalla, because it is a requirement that we sit compact or stand compact. So fill in the gaps if you are in the multi-purpose area, so that those who are coming later will not have to jump over people. Allah says in the Holy Quran, commanding the believers to compete with themselves and with one another in doing good works. To compete with yourself means that the good deeds that I have done last year, last Ramadan, I need to beat that good deeds. I need to do more in this Ramadan. And to compete with one another is that if your brother gave in charity $100 and you can afford it, you need to try to do more. And when you do that, this will increase the benefit for the needy. It will increase the benefit for the community who is in need of it. So if you give 100 and another person says that, oh, I will beat that, I gave 200. Another person come and beat that 300. So this will increase charity for the needy of the community and even for the community youth. So he said about that, وَلِكُلِّ وِجْهَةٌ هُوَ مُوَلِّيهَا فَاسْتَبِقُوا الْخَيْرَاتِ أَيْنَمَا تَكُونُوا يَأْتِ بِكُمُ اللَّهُ جَمِيعًا إِنَّ اللَّهَ عَلَى كُلِّ شَيْءٍ قَدِيرٌ. Which means for everyone there is a focal point to which he turns. Everyone has something that he focuses on it in his life. But Allah is saying that for the believers, what must be the focal point is competition in doing good works. And this includes charity and acts of worship like prayer. So he says, so race and take lead. Take lead, do not stay behind. If people are giving, do not wait, do not be behind, do not be left behind, do not be the only person or the 200 people who did not give. So take lead in doing good works. Wheresoever you are, Allah will bring you all before Him. Truly Allah is powerful over all things. It seems as we have only just begun the month of Ramadan, yet here we are already preparing to bid farewell to this blessed month. In just 7 days, Ramadan will depart to only revisit us after 11 months. This is a reminder, and at the same time, it is a warning that time passes quickly, and that time waits for no one. Time waits for nobody. None has control over the length of his life. Some of our brothers who fasted with us last Ramadan have not lived to witness the current Ramadan. And none of us can be certain that we will be witnessing the next Ramadan. So we cannot wait. Therefore, it is important that each one of us make the most of the remaining 7 days of Ramadan. The Prophet ﷺ in a hadith emphasized the fleeting nature of times through a series of rhetorical questions. There are questions that the Prophet ﷺ asked not because he wants us to answer, but to tell us, do not do these things, beware of those things. He urged us to take advantage of every opportunity that is presented to us before it is too late. And there are so many opportunities that are presented to us in this month of Ramadan. We have the opportunity to pray and give charity. But most importantly, in this month, especially this Ramadan, we have a great opportunity to be part of the future of Islam in the U.S. and the future of Islam in Champaign-Urbana, in this community, by helping concluding the transaction of the building that the masjid has purchased. The Prophet ﷺ reminding us of the importance of utilizing our time wisely and utilizing the opportunities that are given to us before they are lost. It is too late. He said, بادروا بالأعمال سبعا هل تنتظرون إلا فقرا منسيا أو غنى مطغيا أو مرضا مفسدا أو هرما مفندا أو موتا مجهزا أو الدجال فشر غائب ينتظر أو الساعة فالساعة أدهى وأمر. Which means, in translation, race, compete with one another to do good works against time. You're competing against time because you have no control over time. Before 7 things could happen to you. And then he said, are you waiting but for overwhelming poverty? If you're rich today, you don't know what will happen to you tomorrow. You can be struck with an overwhelming poverty that you will not be able to do what you are able to do today. So this is true for a person who have $1 million in his account, and true for a person who have only $100 in his account. You don't know if tomorrow you will lose this 100 or this 1 million. And he said again, are you waiting for despotic wealth? A wealth that will make you a despot, a wealth that will make you a tyrant. It will make you look down on people, think that those people that deserve what they have, they're not rich because they did not work very hard. I work hard, I am a self-made person, and so they don't deserve to be that. So this is a ghina mukti, a wealth that makes you a despot. When you are in this situation, you will not be open to charity because you think that those people could be rich, but they did not want. So you will not help them. Or are you waiting for debilitating illness, an illness that will distort your ability to function, and it will turn upside down your project, the project that you have you will not be able to do it because of a sudden illness that you could not control. So do not wait for that, the Prophet ﷺ said. Or are you waiting for bubbling senility? Senility is a physical and mental decline due to old age. Are you waiting to be very old where you will not be able to control the decisions that you're making in helping who you want to help? Or are you waiting for a sudden death? So many people are taken by sudden death. They are caught by death. Their projects are long, they have long-term projects, and they did not plan for death to come, and death come and cut them short from their project. So do not wait for that, which means that this is the time that we live in. It is a time that we need to take advantage of in prayer, charity, and in other good works. Or are you waiting for Dajjal? Dajjal is the worst awaited absent person. Or are you waiting for the hour, the last hour, the end of time? The Prophet ﷺ said that if you're waiting for that, that is more calamitous and more bitter. A common mistake that many of us make during Ramadan is that we start off highly motivated, but often find ourselves falling into a state of relaxation during the last 10 nights of the month of Ramadan. However, the last 10 nights of Ramadan are not meant for relaxation. Rather, they are a time for intense spiritual activity and striving to do good deeds that will benefit not only ourselves, but also others. And others, those who are around us. In a hadith, Aisha reported that the Prophet ﷺ would be striving more in Ramadan in doing good works in Ramadan more than in any other time. But especially in Ramadan, during the last 10 nights, it will strive more than any other part of Ramadan. And the reason for more devotion to acts of worship during the last 10 nights of Ramadan is linked to the significance of the night of destiny, the night of decree, or Laylatul Qadr, and called by some the night of power. This night is the most significant night for Muslims. It is the night on which the Quran was first revealed to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And acts of worship performed during this night is worth more than 1,000 months. It is a spiritual period of sale, the biggest sale for believers, a sale like no other sale, where the worshipper can essentially buy one act of worship and receive not just one of his value, but 1,000 times of his value. So it is like a sale of buy one and get 1,000. Who would not want to take advantage of this? This is because the value of 1,000 so worshiping with sincerity during the night of power, guarantees reward greater enough to outbalance any sin or the sin committed during one person's life, with the exception of shirk and the rights of others. You have to return those rights, otherwise Allah will not forgive. And this is because the value of 1,000 months, which is equivalent to 82 years of pure good deeds, outweighs and surpasses the good and bad deed mixed during 70 years of your lifetime. The Prophet ﷺ said that the lifespan of his ummah, his nation, as Muslims, our lifespan is between 60 and 70. So he said that a few of us will live more than the 70. So when you live 70 years old, your life is not all evil. It is not all good deeds. They are mixed. But when you worship in the Laylatul Qadr and you were successful in finding that Laylatul Qadr, you will have 83 years of pure good deeds. So that's a guarantee that that will be more than your life. And that's why the Prophet ﷺ said in the hadith, that's maybe one of the explanations of the hadith, من قام ليلة القدر إيمانا واحتسابا غفر له ما تقدم من ذنبه. Whoever stands in prayer on the Laylatul Qadr out of faith, hoping in its reward from Allah, that person will have his sin past sin forgiven. And the Muwatta of Imam Malik is reporting a hadith that is not very strong but gives us the reason for the Laylatul Qadr, for Laylatul Qadr having this reward. The hadith says that the Prophet ﷺ was shown the lifespan of nations before us, people before us, they lived more than us. So the Prophet ﷺ, after realizing that his ummah's lifespan is shorter, he was concerned that they will fall behind in good deeds. They will not have enough time to do good deeds that can compete with people before us. So Allah gave him Laylatul Qadr for us to take that opportunity. So that's an opportunity not to miss. And the night was not designated. The Prophet wanted to show the night, but when he came out, he found that some of his companions were arguing, and he said that Allah has taken that night from me. But if you want to find that night, make sure that you do extra worship in the odd nights of the remaining 10 nights of Ramadan. So acts of worship that can be performed during the last 10 nights include prayer at night, and this can be achieved with attending, with Taraweeh or Qiyam al-Layl, or at least if you cannot do Taraweeh and Qiyam al-Layl, make sure that you attend Isha in congregation and Fajr in congregation. For the Prophet ﷺ said in a hadith that whoever attends Isha in congregation is like if you have prayed half of the night. And on top of that, if you come for Fajr, you would have been prayed the whole night. So that can be achieved in that way. Another act of worship is spiritual retreat, i'tikaf, and another one is giving in charity. That's very important because prayer and i'tikaf benefits yourself, but giving in charity benefits yourself and other people, so the reward is more. And also making sure that you do not miss the Laylatul Qadr. A misconception that many people have is to only focus on prayer, qiyam, or reciting Quran while seeking Laylatul Qadr. But Laylatul Qadr can be sought with other acts of worship that we usually neglect. We forget, for example, that Laylatul Qadr is sought by maintaining the ties of kinship, connecting with our parents, checking on them, or by being dutiful to our parents, respecting them, or returning the rights to their owners, or removing worries from others. When people have worries, they have concern, help in removing that. And in our situation, the masjid has worries in gathering the fund to purchase the white building. We have so far 328, I think, or 228. So that's a little bit more than half. So we have concern of gathering that money. So make sure that you help to the extent, to your ability. Laylatul Qadr can be sought also by helping the needy, being kind to one another, smiling to people, covering the mistakes of one another, forgiving one another, not having a mistake that is committed 4 years ago and not want to let that go. Laylatul Qadr can be sought by getting over that mistake and forgive your brothers. So we ask Allah to make us take advantage of these remaining blessed nights of Ramadan. Oh Allah, make us among those who are blessed with your forgiveness and those who are free from hellfire in this Ramadan. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله العظيم لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين والمسلمات فاستغفروه فيا فوز المستغفرين. Move forward and make room for the brothers outside. الحمد لله وكفى وسلام على عباده الذين اصطفى وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله أما بعد. There's still room inside, so can you please move forward? And those who are in the multi-purpose area, can you try to come in? Allah says in the Holy Quran, وَأَقْرِضُوا اللَّهَ قَرْضًا حَسَنًا وما تقدموا لأنفسكم من خير تجدوه عند الله هو خيرا وأعظم أجرا. Which means loan to Allah, a beautiful loan. Give a loan to Allah. Whatever you give in charity in this world, you're giving a loan to Allah and Allah will pay you more. So give a beautiful loan to Allah, and whatever good you send forth for your soul, you shall find it in Allah's presence better and greater. Whatever investment you make for the hereafter, Allah will reward you with more. When one of the companions of the Prophet ﷺ said that when the verses of charity was revealed, and the Prophet ﷺ asked them to give charity, they were very poor, but what did they do? They would go and take a second job. Some Sahaba say that we went to the souk, the market, and work as porters. That's a second job for them. They will carry luggage for people to make some money, not that they will buy a new camel, a new car, but so that they can take that money and give in charity. So if you are in this situation that you don't have more, sacrifice something and to give in charity, especially in the building, because that's a sadaqah jariyah. But if you are wealthy, Allah has blessed you with wealth. The Prophet Allah says, وَلَا يَأْتَلِ أُولُو الْفَضْلِ مِنْكُمْ وَالسَّعَةِ أَنْ يُؤْتُوا أُولِي الْقُرْبَى وَالْمَسَاكِينِ وَالْمُهَاجِرِينَ فِي سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ وَلْيَعْفُوا وَلْيَصْفَحُوا أَلَا تُحِبُّونَ أَنْ يَغْفِرَ اللَّهُ لَكُمْ وَاللَّهُ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. Which means that I am in a good situation and I may not get along with some people, and this should not be a reason for me to withhold what I can afford to give and help, but rather forgive and let it go and forgive others the same way you want Allah to forgive you. And this ayah has a story in the Sirah, but for the sake of time I will not be able to cover that. So do your best. You know what is in your pocket. No one will check. You know what is in your account. Make sure that you don't leave this city without giving something, especially for the building. And this is a very last opportunity that we have. The next Jummah will be after Ramadan. And again, since we do not control time, we don't want to miss that opportunity. Give what you can afford. Do not give what people will do. If I can afford $5, this is what I need to give. Make sure that you give that before you leave. If you don't have it with you, take it as a pledge. Come back. Make sure that you come back. If you can afford 100,000, this is what you need to do to give before you leave. Again, charity is not, you're not forced to do that, but you are investing and you will have the reward from Allah. And even before that, you will have the reward in this world. The Prophet ﷺ says that every day that Allah makes, there will be two angels calling, Allahumma a'ti munfiqan khalafa wa a'ti mumsikan talafa, which means that the two angels, one will say, oh Allah, give the person who is spending in the cause of Allah a replacement, and give the person who is withholding his wealth, give him a destruction of his wealth. He may not lose his wealth, but he may lose what is more than his wealth. So that's something to remember. And please stay after the prayer. I'm ending the khutbah here, so we'll have some time for the last fundraise, and hopefully it will be the last, and we will not need to do another fundraise. And again, try to do what you can afford, not what other people do, or what you think that the masjid is enough for the masjid. Oh Allah, make our gathering here today a gathering of blessing, a gathering of peace and compassion, and make our dispersion after it a dispersion that has your protection from sins, from divisions, and from affliction. Oh Allah, increase us in wealth and health, and bless everything you have given us. We seek refuge in you from worry, and from grief, and from incapacity and laziness, and from cowardice and miserliness, and from being heavily in debt, and from being overpowered by other men. And heal us and heal those of our friends, parents who are suffering from illness or chronic illness. Oh Allah, heal them. Ameen. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. إن الله يأمر بالعدل والإحسان وإيتاء ذي القربى وينهى عن الفحشاء والمنكر والبغي يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون. اذكروا الله يذكركم واشكروه على نعمه يزدكم ولذكر الله أكبر والله يعلم ما تصنعون.
الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح. قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة. الله أكبر الله أكبر. لا إله إلا الله.
استووا أقيموا صفوفكم تراسوا ولا تختلفوا فتختلف قلوبكم. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. إذا جاء نصر الله والفتح ورأيت الناس يدخلون في دين الله أفواجا فسبح بحمد ربك واستغفره إنه كان توابا. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله الله أكبر. الله الله أكبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
Assalamu alaikum. Please, especially people outside, stay seated. I need Brother Muhammad Abdullah to stand up. I need you to show you a few people. Walid Jasser, stand up, please. Brother Muhammad Abdullah, where are you? Brother Latif Allah Khan, where are you? Brother Latif, stand up, please. Look around. Brother Latif in the back, Brother Muhammad Abdullah in the middle, and Brother Walid Jasser here. 50 people built this masjid in the 80s and in the 90s. 50 people. Look at the masjid, how beautiful. Can you look? They didn't build it and they thought it's going to happen that we have hundreds of people, alhamdulillah, they pray Jum'ah. We were 50 people in the 80s, and they said this masjid will not be enough money to cover it, then it will be a nightclub. Who said that? The people refused to pay. Anyhow, we refused to listen to them. We moved forward. Brother Hazim, I'm sorry, I don't know you are here. Stand up. No, I want them to see your gray hair. Either you don't have a hair like Brother Walid, or you have gray hair like Brother Latif, Brother Muhammad Abdullah, Brother Hazim. Few people there. Qiyam is here. Where's Qiyam? Qiyam is there. 50 people built this masjid. They didn't listen to those they refused to pay. Why they refused to pay? It's between them and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Imam Uthman gave the most beautiful khutbah. I cannot exceed what he said, one sentence. So now, you need to invest for your future. You need to invest for your children's future. We lost Brother Mikhail Karim last week. He's one of the founders. He's in the grave. But his hasanat coming to him non-stop. I'm not going to go further. I don't have my glasses with me. I don't know where it is. I'm a bit emotional because the khutbah of Imam Uthman, may Allah bless him. He didn't talk about we need salaries, we need this. He didn't say that. He focused about your investment for the future. We finished yearly. So now, many of you already gave. Imam Uthman said, give even $1. Don't leave the masjid before you give. I'm not going to be loaded easy. I need 10 hands to be raised with $5,000. 10 hands. If you don't have it, remember, you're going to have it, inshallah. I need 10 hands, not 5. 50 people build this masjid. We have hundreds of people now. They gave while they didn't have, and one of them I don't want to mention. So please, can I see some hands for $5,000? We reached so far for the house.
Right there, I'll write it down.
Yeah, give him a pledge and write your name and phone number. I need volunteer. Please, people outside, don't leave. I don't start with 10. I start with 5 because many of you already gave before. So we are for the house 238,000. We are half away. We still $200,000 short. We have 10 days. Don't find a place, for God's sake. For your son, for your daughter, for your father who passed away, for your mother, for anybody. Pay the $5,000 now. Who can raise his hand, please? We have a hand here, please. We have a hand there. This is 2. How many more we have? Did we have one there? I need more hands. We have 4. don't feel shy. It's between you and Allah. But you are encouraging others to do the same thing. And then you get the ajr also. If you don't raise your hand, you want to do it in secret, do it. But by raising your hand, you are encouraging others to do. Any other hand I need to see? We have 4 so far, right?
Why are they leaving?
Why
are
you
you
say don't leave? No, when you go, don't be angry. No, let me to me. Please, huh? It's okay, it's still about 20 minutes. Okay, so you can go. If you want to leave, please. So, any other people wants to pay $5,000? Please, if you can, as Imam Uthman said, check your account in the bank. And 50 people in this building, we can do it. Anybody can help with 5? If not, can you do 2,500, half of the amount? We need 3-4 hands to be raised. Anybody can do it? Can somebody do 2,500? Think of it. Think of it. Think what Imam Uthman said. There is a hand there. There is a hand here. We have 2. I need 3 more hands to be raised. Can you raise your hand for $2,500, please? Anybody can do it? Okay, let us move for $1,000. Now I need at least 20 hands. And this is very easy. It's $80 a month. Get it from your dad if you are a student. Get it from your mom. Raise your hand for $1,000. Call and say, Baba, I need $1,000 from the masjid. So I need to see hand. There is a hand here. And more hands. I have 1.
Who's that?
Uthman, Abu Abdurrahman. There 1 hand, 2. Anybody else? Come on, guys. Hand $1,000, $80 a month. Call your dad or your mom and tell them I need $1,000. Anybody else? You only 2 hands? Okay, what about $500? Come on. I need the student to move. I need this. There is a hand there. Who else? We have 2 more minutes.
Do you have names?
Yeah, they give them. 2 more. Yeah, 2 more minutes. Any $50? Any $500? $500 is very easy, by the way. $500 is very easy. It's $40 a month. You can, instead of go a lunch, a dinner with a friend, you pay to the masjid. Any 500? Any more? We close here. Okay, Imam Uthman wants to say something.
Barakallahu fiik, and sorry for holding you. If you have class, you can leave. But remember, you don't have to do it now. You can go back and check your account, check your pocket, and come back. Take a plate with you and come back with a check, or do what you can afford. And in the hadith, the Prophet ﷺ said, charity is a proof of your faith because Allah will place it. Barakallahu fiik. Thank you. Jazakallah khair.
Here's the Eid announcement. Please pay attention. Don't come in and say, I didn't know. Okay. The Eid, inshallah, on Friday, April 21st. Takbirat is 20 minutes before the prayer. The first prayer, which is the best, if you want to come in without a crowd, come to the first prayer. It's 7:30 in the morning. 7:30 in the morning. The second prayer is at 8:30 in the morning. And the third prayer is the one that's going to be really, really crowded. You cannot find a parking place. You will not be able to find a place to stand here in the masjid. So please try to attend the first or the second prayer. Public school, this is very important. Never happened before. The public school, the third prayer is at 10:30. Now let me tell you something about this public school. On 8 days, it's going to be closed. It's a holiday. It's a holiday for the public school. The public school don't have school on Friday because it's Eid. And we'd like to thank the people who worked very hard to open this possibility. So please make dua for the people who did the job. Try to attend the second prayer if you can. It's so crowded here during this time. Please carpool during the Eid. The masjid's parking lot is reserved for out-of-town people only. Masjid parking lot is open only for out-of-town people and handicapped. So don't even try it. Also, please donate for the children's Eid gifts. We have Eid gifts for them, so donate for that. Give them change if you can. Zakat al-Fitr, $12 per person. Please make dua for Brother Abdul Hafid, father passed away in Algeria. Assalamu alaikum. Yes. Okay.
The camera. I think there is a spot, but I'm not sure. It's with the microphone. Brother, when you forgot is this video?
So this was not a coincidence this week.
Then the same people, I'm speaking of experience, you'll see them 1 year, then you get to Easter came along. See, the midst of here, you got others who want to come every other year. And then you got some that go every other year. At least, the base package is $10,000. They keep doing it. I could, oh yeah, I might get that top sword. You know, in the belt. Yeah, I was also tell you that I got a package with the other side that takes a hold of the root for the mass, spread. you.